Hey up guys, it's the Yorkshire Pudding. Construction is one of the most useful skills in the entire game, and if you've not yet started training it and making your own house, you're missing out on so many amazing quality of life features. This is a quick video showing you the best way to set up your player-owned house and a few things to avoid when laying it out. First of all, to fully max out your house with all the features that are useful and not just cosmetic, you require 95 construction, or level 90 with stat boosting stews and a crystal store. But do not let this put you off, as the house offers so much value even at lower construction levels. Unfortunately, apparently due to Jagex's spaghetti code, making a house that has more floors built than just the ground floor, such as a dungeon or upstairs, will actually increase the time it takes for the house to load when teleporting there. It's not much extra time, but considering you use your house so much, it can add up over time. Ultimately, whether you decide to build a dungeon or an upstairs to your house is up to you. It offers no in-game benefits other than role-playing and giving your house a bit more character. For this reason, many choose not to build multiple floors in the house, but how far do you really take this mindset? I mean, I've upgraded various parts of my house that are entirely cosmetic, like the curtains and trimming furniture with gold, despite this costing a lot of money and money having an actual in-game function that can be used on useful equipment or leveling skills. So clearly, in some cases, I've gone with aesthetics over efficiency myself. If you want to build a dungeon or upstairs, go for it. Now you've decided how many floors you're going to have, let's look at the essential rooms you'll need to build. I'm not going to mention rooms that are purely just cosmetic or offer little in-game benefits, such as a games room or combat room. If you want one of those in your house, crack on. First of all, you'll need a garden or formal garden. You'll need one of these for your player-owned house entrance. Pretty straightforward. I'll choose the formal garden because it looks cooler. Kitchen. You can use this room to store spices to make spicy stews with, or make stat boosting teas. The latter's something I've done before if I can't be bothered to collect more spices from Evil Dave, and I only need a couple of construction levels to be boosted. Both are pretty useful. Dining room. Not really essential, but you may want one of these if you're training construction the old-fashioned way, by constructing mahogany dining tables. Make sure you make a bell here to summon the butler. Workshop. I found myself using this a few times before, not something I use all the time to be honest, but if you're an Iron Man you can make clockwork mechanisms. You can also use this place to repair broken armour and weapons, and I believe it's required for certain quests as well. 2 bedrooms, one for yourself and one for the butler. This allows you to make use of the butler bringing you supplies when training construction. This gives you access to some of the fastest XP available out of any skill in the game. I personally did mahogany homes until I greenlogged the entire collection log slots, so I didn't require one of these for most of my construction levels, but then I moved on to regular construction because the XP is just so fast. Hall, specifically the quest trophies one. You can mount your mythical cape here for easy access to the Myth Guild. This is pretty handy for doing clue scrolls that end up taking you there. Menagerie. Use this garden to store all your pets in, to show them off to the world. This saves a little bank space and lets you see your hard-earned pets on a regular basis. It also keeps them company. You can also put your pet rock here, for those who are interested. Costume room, used for extra storage. Portal Nexus. Once you have the level and money required to get the Portal Nexus, there's no need for the portal chamber. This is one of the most important rooms. Not only can you teleport to several locations around Gillinor by using the Nexus itself, but you can also mount on the wall a Xeric's talisman for teleports to places around Corrend, and a dig site pendant to teleport to Fossil Island. Superior Garden. Again, one of the most important rooms. This gives you access to the replenishment pool in addition to Spirit Tree and Fairy Ring patch. At level 95 or 90 construction with spicy stews, you can make both Spirit Tree and Fairy Ring in one patch. To finish off with yet another important one, we have the achievement gallery. It's not just for your achievements, you can also place your jewellery box here for all your jewellery teleports, such as the Ring of Dueling, your Glory Amulet, your Games Room necklace. You can put them all here and use it to teleport wherever you want. You've also got in this room a spellbook altar to change all your spellbooks in the comfort of your home, rather than having to travel to the other side of RuneScape to the bottom of a pyramid, which by the way also drains your prayer points. Pretty damn annoying. So having it all in your house is really useful. The achievement gallery, Portal Nexus and Superior Garden are the 3 rooms I use the most often, and therefore I place them all close to the main portal. I'll get into room arrangements shortly in more detail. You probably noticed there's no prayer room in this list. That's because it's essentially useless for most players. You're probably not training prayer in your own house because you need to keep adding herbs to the incense burners and keep lighting them. Let's face it, you'll just use someone else's house. You may also argue that you need an altar to recharge your prayer points. However, using the Superior Garden's replenishment pool, you can recharge your prayer here along with your stats, your special attack bar, your health, removing poison and restoring run energy all in one place, making the prayer altar redundant. You'll need a fully upgraded pool for all of these of course, but you can upgrade to the tier that restores prayer points at only 80 construction or 72 construction if using stews and a crystal saw. You may make the argument that you can create a prayer altar in your player-owned house at level 45 construction for the time being until you get level 71 for the replenishment pool. Right, let me give you a word of advice. Stop pissing about making a temporary altar and just level your construction to 72. It's like one of the fastest skills to train in game, and most things on this list are 70 plus anyway to really start getting the use out of them. You may have also noticed that there's no study here despite it being used to spot the location and world of shooting stars. Come on, why are you using the telescope like a troglodyte? These days we have the shooting stars clan chat, just use that instead. If you look at my house, I do have extra rooms that are not on this list, purely for cosmetic reasons. Feel free to do this, it's part of the enjoyment of the game. Just make sure not to put these rooms too close to the portal, as there's more important ones that should be close by. Prioritise rooms that have greater function closer to your entrance. Now you've built your chosen rooms, open up the room planner whilst in your player-owned house. Some may not know this, but you can actually move your rooms around and orientate them even once they've already been built using this planner. Make sure to orientate them in such a way that features like the replenishment pool is fairly close to your teleportation portal. If you see here, when I teleport to my house, my replenishment pool is the first thing I see, as my camera's usually facing the north. And then I click on the pool right here. Then I often take either the big portal to the GE or other locations around the game, such as Krend using the mounted amulet or Fossil Island using the mounted pendant, or again not too far from the replenishment pool in the other room, I use the jewellery box for the jewellery teleports, or change my spell book using the occult altar. This is a quick look of how my own house looks, bearing in mind it combines both efficiency and aesthetics, but afterwards I'll do a setup showing you how to make the house using just the recommended rooms I listed above. My replenishment portal is just to the left and I have easy access to both the Portal Nexus and Achievement Gallery. To the east I have my gilded altar. I've never used it once, but I like it here, so sue me. My study's over here in the corner to fill the gap, and further south I have one of my bedrooms and dining room. These are mainly cosmetic, there's no real need to go here. Then I have my hall to show off a few cool things like the Calphite Queen head, but really it's less of a hall and more like a hallway. Back here I do have another dining room, but this is just temporary to get past the last few construction levels. I'll be deleting this one after getting 99. I just didn't want to destroy my opulent dining table in the other room, as that shit ain't cheap. Next is my workshop and kitchen. They do have slight uses, but since I don't have to use them very often, I don't mind having to walk to the other side of the house every now and then. I prefer to have rooms that look more aesthetically pleasing near my entrance, like the prayer and dining rooms. Then I have the questing hall with my mounted cape for teleportations. Unless I'm doing a clue scroll, there's no real need to bring this so close to the entrance, as you won't use it very often. The throne room is at the back to show everyone that I'm a king, and then I put my servant's room right here at the back of the house because I don't want to share the same wing as him, as that's beneath me. Here's my storage room. Believe it or not, it's used to store stuff. Subscribe for more useful advice like this. And finally we have the menagerie where I display all my pets. This is the least useful of my 3 garden plots, so that's why it's the furthest away. Now I'm going to show you the most efficient scape way of designing your player-owned house. So we've got the garden, formal garden in the centre. This is your entrance. To the left you have your superior garden with the replenishment pool facing the northeast. Then place your achievement gallery to the north of this and your portal nexus to the north of the entrance portal. Next, place your workshop to the east of your house portal entrance and the kitchen to the north of that, like this. Place your questing hall to the south of the entrance for easy access to the Myth Guild. Considering you only use this teleport once every 3 months and it saves you approximately 5 seconds by placing it behind rather than where I placed it in my own house, you can save yourself 20 seconds per year, which in an entire decade works out to save you just over 3 minutes. You don't have to thank me, I'm here to help after all. Place your your costume room to the east or west of the questing hall. Finally, place the 2 bedrooms, dining room and menagerie in any remaining slots close to the house, as it matters less where these are placed, as the butler will be summoned regardless of where the 2 bedrooms are, and there's no need to run to the bank when training construction in the dining hall when using a butler. This is the most efficient way I can think of setting up your house, but the takeaway points are this: as long as you have your entrance portal placed close by to the superior garden, the Portal Nexus and the achievement gallery for quick access to teleports, replenishment and spellbook, the other rooms can pretty much go wherever you want them to. The time saved by calculating every single orientation in your player own house is very minuscule, that you probably already spent more time watching this video than you would have saved over the course of 20 years of having your mythical cape slightly closer to the entrance portal, for example. When you put it into perspective, you may as well just design your house however you want. Just make sure that your house includes all the key useful rooms are listed, and make sure the superior garden, Portal Nexus and achievement gallery are in arm's reach. If you want a prayer room, make one. If you want a living room, throne room or games room, go for it. It's your choice. That's it for this video, guys. If you think it's been useful, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later.